Hey now, this is a VR2 Ember Honey Raven by way of Brenda Crozier's VR. Ember, I saw your video and I was like, oh man, I really want to make a response to this. Then I saw Brenda's. It's like, okay, I have so much to talk about now. First of all, I think the main message that you were talking about was the idea of being dissed or attacked or treated differently when you're in the process of losing weight and when you have lost weight, particularly from spouses, friends, and family, and co-workers probably too. You know, it's funny, in my many episodes of weight loss and, you know, subsequent weight gain, but we're just going to talk about the loss here, I can't remember ever being aware of, you know, bad attitudes or snarky comments or anything like that from anyone. But I'm going to qualify that by saying this. I am so dissociative that it could have been going on around me and I just wasn't paying attention, or I could have heard it and it went, you know, rattled around in my head and leaked out the other ear and I just didn't, you know, retain that. All my life I've been very good at just refusing delivery on stuff that I didn't want to deal with. So luckily for me, I don't carry around a lot of those memories. At least I don't carry them around with any awareness. However, something occurred to me while you were talking, Ember, and that is that I've always lost weight I've always changed the way I ate, excuse me, in order to lose weight. Losing weight was always the goal. And losing weight is very, very easy for me. When I eat less than I bring in, regardless of it, if it's low carb, Atkins, low calorie, paleo, vegetarian, no matter what it is, I always lose weight, and rapidly, usually. But the older I get, the less willing I am to enter back into the what would you call it? What would I call this? Like the room of not being a fat girl. Stepping outside of being a fat girl into the next room down, which is, you know, you're chubby, but you're, you know, you're kind of cute. That, I am so afraid of being in that space again. And I'm sure there are many reasons why, and I could ruminate on them all day, but it's a block that I have. But in order to get to that room, I've always thought of weight loss as being the goal. Now, it occurs to me as I watch all of you, particularly you, Brenda, you've really been on the forefront of this one. Your goal, your main goal, is to eat differently, to be healthier, to be able to walk further, to be able to reduce or discontinue some of your meds, to regain your health. The weight loss is an integral part of that, but it doesn't really seem to be the goal for you. The goal seems to be health, and weight loss is just kind of ancillary to that. For me, the goal has always been the weight loss, and there's always been a reason. A reunion was coming up. I just got dumped or had just dumped a boyfriend, and I was alone and without a man, so somehow I felt like I had a space to do that for some reason. But never in my history can I remember ever changing my food style simply and only for health. I might have told myself that's why I was doing it, but that really wasn't why I was doing it. Why I was doing it in the back of my head was because I want to get into those cool clothes, or I want my jean miniskirt to fit again, or I want, you know, I want something that had more to do with me physically and visually than it had to do with me physically and health. And that's real interesting. I don't know how to flip onto the other side of that, because even though I will tell myself, okay, I'm going to eat healthy to be healthy, that's never really the reason. And I'm not real good at lying to myself, so, you know, eventually I get caught up in whatever weird psychology is going on in my life that prevents me from leaving fat chickhood behind. I don't know. So, Brenda, you were talking about something, you mentioned curves, and I did too, as an example of how single-minded I can be about something when I want to do it. Oh, I don't know, maybe 12 years ago, or no, gosh, it's been even longer than that. More like 15 years ago, I decided to lose weight, and I don't know why, except for that I had just broken up with a boyfriend and I was alone. I was out playing music kind of semi-professionally. I was playing, you know, most weekends in a bar or at a party or something, and I just decided that it was time. So, like I was telling you, Brenda, I mean, I could lose up to 6 pounds a week fairly easily, and I didn't do it in a healthy way at all. I would eat a salad, I would eat some, you know, rice cakes, I would starve for a day and a half, I would binge on, you know, 2 Whoppers, I would go home and throw up, I would feel guilty, so I would eat something else, then I wouldn't eat anything for half a day. I mean, it was that kind of really rough dieting that I did. And so that was the dieting I was doing, but I was also, like I said, I was going to Curves every day, sometimes twice a day. Sometimes they wouldn't let me come in. Somebody would recognize that I'd been in, because that was, I mean, you didn't even flash a little card thing back then. And I was also walking in my neighborhood. I had a 2-mile route that I would walk. I'd get up every morning, I would walk the route, then I'd stop in at the Curves, which was just up the street from my house, so that was like incredibly convenient. Sometimes if I'd gotten up early enough, I'd walk it again, so I'd do 4 miles before work, go into work, I'd come home, I would generally walk at least 2 miles again that day. So I was tending to put in an average of 4 miles a day. So, and that was every single day. Like I said, I got down to like 204 pounds, and I was edging towards being in the, you know, being able to put a 1 in front of my weight instead of a 2. About that time, I met my next boyfriend, who was, you know, Arrested Development, very charming, ne'er-do-well, mama's boy, who I connected with for some unknown reason, and hooked up with him. I mean, it was like just love, 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 and I started putting weight back on immediately. Let's see. Yeah, so got back up to the 296 that I had weighed. Well, actually, my top weight was 304, but when I decided to start losing weight, I was at 296. Got back up to that. Met my husband, because I had broken up with this guy. Went on a downward thing, started to lose weight again. Got down into the 260s, put it back on. Then my dad died, and I got all nervous and freaked out, kind of like you, Ember, grieving and stuff. Got down into the 280s, put that back on. Now here I sit at, you know, 320 or something. I'm not sure. I was 317 2 weeks ago, but I've been eating like a pig, so I've probably put on at least a couple of pounds. Yeah, so I'm just struggling, and it is inspiring to watch all of you do what you're doing. It also makes me feel like so left behind, because I am the thing that you all seem to understand and get, I'm just not getting it. It's just not getting in. And yeah, I could jump on your bandwagon, and yeah, I could lose 10 or 13 pounds, and then lose my resolve again, because that's happened a lot in the past couple years. So I don't know. I do not know why it is not time for me yet. you know, I suffer from what appears to be fibromyalgia, but it may not be. It may just be fat girl inactivity. I don't know. I'm not an inactive person. I mean, I am blessed with very strong knees. I don't have knee trouble. I don't have hip trouble. I'd had problems with my feet, like gout, when I was dealing with my dad's death, but that was probably just brought on by stress because I haven't had it since. I'm very sturdy, but I do get tired and I do get lazy and I do just want to lie around and play on YouTube or read all day long. So even though I am naturally tight and muscular, I mean, even as fat as I am, I'm still pretty tight and muscular. You would think I would just naturally be a lean person. I haven't been, so go figure. I don't know what it's all about. But I so enjoy watching all of you. Ember, you, certainly you, Brenda, and everybody else who checks in with their, you know, weight and health goals that you're achieving or struggling with. It's even though I'm behind you, I feel somehow like buoyed up and validated by watching what you guys are going through. So there you go. There's my video response. It was too much to type, so I figured I better say it. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.